Hi, welcome back to Palm Breeze Cafe. I'm Lee Keller, and with me is Bob LaRocca, Director of IT Security.
This is very informative, and it's been a lot of fun.
This is fun. In fact, I used to do stuff with IT Security. Back when you first came on board, I was actually running the filter appeal system.
That's right.
Yeah.
The blocked page.
Sucked up 80% of my life. It was a little excessive, and that's been streamlined considerably lately.
Oh, yeah.
That's a common vocabulary problem that people have. They think they hit the firewall when they can't go to the website.
That's true.
And they're not really, are they?
It's funny, but almost every problem people encounter on the Internet, they say, is a firewall issue.
Yeah.
Actually, there's probably half a dozen devices between the cloud and the user.
The cloud. What's a cloud?
The Internet.
The Internet. Oh,
you know, in the diagram, the big cloud, the puffy cloud.
That is a big puffy cloud.
People think user, Internet, firewall in the middle. Mm-hmm. Well, actually, that's not true. Basically, what we have set up at the school district are several devices. I believe in like the onion skin approach. You peel back one layer and there's something else waiting. Basically, we filter all Internet access that comes through the district.
So any place anybody goes in the district is sort of recorded.
Every click, which I'd say in excess of 1 million clicks a day, gets recorded. We don't block that many anymore because people have learned where they can and can't go based on category. The other thing that we do in mass quantity is email filtering. Each week we get approximately 100,000 emails.
I'm surprised. I thought I had that many this week alone.
Half of them were mine, actually. 80,000 of those were spam or garbage.
Okay.
Only about 20% gets through that's legitimate business. And during the holidays, the spam rate goes up because people are trying to shop, and they figure the big deals that they throw in front of them, the more they're enticed to hit enter and log on and see what it's all about while they're downloading spyware.
Is our email addresses are public record. So we don't have a way to really protect our email addresses.
Well, we do have lists. So we do block unwanted sites, and those are provided by the filtering company. They're called blacklists.
Okay.
What they do is they have teams of people who surf the Internet on a daily basis, and when they find these lists, they add them to the updates that we download on a daily basis. So our software is current, as best as we can anyway.
Yeah, with all the sites coming on every day, it's hard to keep up.
Right. In addition to the firewall, the filtering, the email filtering, the Internet filtering, there's also virus gateways that the traffic flows through.
Okay.
And every web server is really next to the firewall in what we call a DMZ, or for those of you who remember Korea, the demilitarized zone.
So this is like
It's an offshoot of the firewall. It's a proxy setup.
It's a place in between where nothing really lives.
You want to go grab something, but we don't let you go there. We have machines go there for you.
And then they bring it back. And
they bring it there,
information.
and then we pull it in.
So in the process, it's been checked, it's been filtered,
scrubbed.
So when you go to a website in the district, you've got a very high percentage of safety.
And that's before it even gets to your desktop. Now at the desktop, we've just put in brand new virus software, which not only
being involved in that.
Yes, it not only checks for viruses, but now it does its own host intrusion prevention.
Really?
As well as what we call NAC, hips and NAC. Those are the
hips and
sounds brand
like
new terminology.
To a biology class.
Or a dance class.
Yes. Ooh.
Get your hips and NAC going.
So what's a hip?
A hip is the host intrusion prevention that resides on your machine.
Host intrusion
If the
prevention.
fellow sitting next to you releases a virus and you're the next address in line, it'll stop it.
Oh, that's nice.
As of a few months ago, it would have infiltrated your machine and then passed it along. But now your machine's going to go, hey, wait, I'm not accepting this, and it'll push it back.
Okay.
The NAC is a new technology where, say you have a consultant come into the building and he finds a jack somewhere along the wall and plugs in his laptop. We check the laptop now to make sure that it has current virus protection, service packs, and security patches. And if it doesn't, we give him an option to go to a virtual site within the district and upload the current software, otherwise he cannot authenticate.
Okay. Now, a lot of the people that watch this show are at home or in the classroom.
Right.
The people at home, are these things they have to be worried about at home?
On a small degree, yes.
Okay.
It's the same thing. When you log on to the internet, you're exposing yourself to viruses, spyware, malware, or malicious software, as we call it.
So having these protection programs is not a waste of money.
No, it is not.
And there are some free ones out there.
There are some free ones, but I recommend some of the more visible standards in the industry because they give you the best updates on a more frequent basis. The free ones, you basically have to go get yourself, and that can be a pain and it's time consuming.
I use a free one at home on my home computer called AVG, and it does automatic updates, though. And they have a pay version. It costs a little bit of money, really. It's very reasonable.
Right.
And you get additional support, like you said. And it has some extra features in it.
Right. And new releases come out, and they prompt you to install them.
But they typically only do one thing, which means that if I want to cover all these bases that you just told me, I've got to download this program, and this program. Right. When you get something like a Norton or a McAfee, they're covering everything.
It's all built in, right. For a few extra bucks, it's definitely worth it.
Now, you found this website for us here. That's, what is it, Soft for You. So this is like a software type thing?
Yes.
And just as an example, here's a few other things. Like here's child safety. A whole section on child safety.
Let's take a look at the monitor and control. This is important. Not only did we talk about products that control what your child can go to, but within those products, they keep logs of where the child has been. So if you see patterns that you're not familiar with or sites that may be questionable that you're actually allowing them to get through to, these logs, or monitoring as we call it, lets you sit back, go through the list, and see if there's something you want to tighten down a little bit more.
Now, this program is just one of many, and you notice this one isn't free. It's like $40 for this. You can download it for free and try it, though.
Right.
But this is going to log information for you.
Yes.
You can keep track of things. Do you know any other programs out there that do logging? I've heard of Keyloggers. Would that be good for a parent, or would the average parent not know how to do that?
Actually, a keylogger is in our arsenal of tools in security. Say there's an investigation going and we want to find out exactly what this person's doing. We will stealth into their computer and insert software, which is called Keyloggers, and what it does, it creates a hidden file and captures every keystroke.
Every single keystroke?
Every keystroke, space bar, you name it, that the user touches.
So Big Brother is watching.
Very limited, and that's very rare, actually.
Yeah, and I actually, years ago, I got to participate in a program like that where we had somebody under suspicion and did that.
Right.
And I have to admit, it was very interesting.
You know, it's funny, but people come up to me and say, oh, I know you're watching the internet and what I'm doing, but we have 60,000 computers and a staff of 10 people. You know, we could use a couple of hundred people and not catch 10% of what's going on there.
Yeah.
So we have to rely on the technology.
And really, you're not trying to crack down on everybody's little thing, like if they did their online banking during their lunch hour stuff.
No, in fact,
you're looking for really primary offenders and people that might fit into categories that we're going to talk about in a few minutes here, like the pedophile groups and people that are going to truly inappropriate sites.
I think some folks think, oh, geez, let me run to the post office for an hour. I'd rather have my employee log on for 3 or 4 minutes, do their postage, and keep them in the office.
Okay, well, we're going to break for a few minutes here. We'll come back, and we're going to talk about some of the things that you have to worry about at home and how you can help keep your home safe. So we'll be right back at Palm Breeze Cafe.